Hello and greetings everyone. Um, just back from the gym, just had a good session. It's nice and early in the morning. It's about, I think about 7:30 or something like that. It's going to be a good day, I'm sure of it. Now then, what I want to talk to you about today is, you may think, would prefer living in the past. And has to get in the camera, doesn't he? A lot of you would think that I prefer living in the past than living in the present. I would in a lot of ways. But it's not to say I want everything to go back to the old ways. He does. The old ways has a lot of good things going for it. A lot of good things going for it. Tranquility, peace, self-sufficiency, pure food, pure water, pure skies. Everything living how it should be in harmony. Not destroying the earth, but helping the earth. Now, that's the good parts. The parts that are good about modern times is I wouldn't know half what I know without the internet. I did read books before I went on the internet, but the internet puts it at your fingertips. And thanks to channels like YouTube, we see a lot of people who actually live the life, and we see lots of different views. We tend to ask questions more. We don't believe everything we're told. Now, if I see something I'm not sure about now, I use the internet and I study. Now, without the internet, I wouldn't have been able to do that. And, right, Cat, if you don't know what's happening, he's trying to get on the, stop us from talking on what he thinks I'm talking to someone on the phone. And what he doesn't like is, if I oh, I'm gonna laugh. If I'm not talking to him, he doesn't like it. Because normally when I come back from the gym, that's Muffins, which is him, and Kingling's time. I sit and play with him a bit. So with me having the phone now, I'm not really very happy. Anyway, back to the subject. Modern world is very important. Lots of medicines are very important. But again, a lot of the old medicines are forgotten about, and they work fantastic. So we've got to have a foot in the past and a foot in the modern world. Modern world's got a lot of bad things going for it. At a click of a switch, you can find any type of perversion pornography you want. Unfortunately, so can children. Unfortunately, so can paedophile children. So, a lot of bad things. But then again, look how many paedophiles are getting exposed because of YouTube. A lot. So, modern world, especially the internet, has got a lot going for it. Now, there would have been greed and corruption in the old days, like there always has been. From the first caveman wanting someone else's axe. Envy. Envy's a good thing that makes you want to achieve. Really? Muffin? Really? Your chocolate starfish has just been on the internet. Right, get out from there. You're not showing that on the video. I put it in my face. Sorry about that. Back to what I was saying. Sorry about this morning with the cat, but it's part of life. It's part of my life. I've got to live like this all the time with him. Back to the subject. Modern times are good because we can travel more. We can visit places we only dreamt about in a day. When I travel to Norway for the Viking festivals, I'm there in, I think it's 3 hours. Down to, I think it's Luton, and straight over. Flight straight over. I'd rather sail there, but the ferries aren't really there. It would have took longer, but I think sailing there would have been more enjoyable, more relaxing. A little story about last time I went to Norway. I was going to a Viking festival, and the week before, I'd just been camping, and course, I had all my stuff already, put all my biking kit in, but my swords, axes and everything had to be sent by land because they weren't allowed on the aeroplane. But you know, it's only right. You don't want weapons on the aeroplane. So I was going through customs and they says, "Have you packed this bag?" I went, "Yes." No one else has been at this bag. I went, "No, it's my bag. Everything in it's mine." And I went, "Okay." Next thing I know, police. "Can I have a word with you, please?" "Oh, yeah, sure, I've got no hide. So we went to a little room and he says, "Can you explain the things you've got in your bag?" And I went, "I can explain everything, yeah, I packed it." And he says, "Well, can we have a look in your bag?" I went, "Yeah, yeah." So the first thing he pulled out, some clothing, and then he pulled out a couple of other items, and then he reached out at the bottom and pulled out a huge camping knife. Huge knife. He says, "What's this?" And I went, "Oh, really didn't know that was there." I says, "I've just been camping last week." I says, "I'm away camping in Norway now." And he says, "Well, whereabouts in Norway are you going?" Now, I can't pronounce places. So, as far as I'm concerned, I was going to Norway with a huge knife, and I didn't know where I was going. And he says, "What you going there for?" And I says, "Oh, there's a Viking weekend." And just then they pulled out my kirtle, which those I don't know, it's a tunic, but it looks like a nightie. So he pulls it out and he's standing there with a sky blue nightie and a big hunting knife, and me not knowing where I was going or who I was meeting. Can you imagine the predicament I was in? Well, anyway, lucky for me, I had all my documents to show I was going to a Viking festival, and because I was part of the Northumberland Vikings, I had all their manuals on us and all that. And eventually, they were very good about it. They understood, although they had a bit of a laugh about it, saying, "Well, you've got a woman's knife, you get a big butcher's knife," which I could see how they were looking at it, psycho. Anyway, I've just went off track a little bit there because I remember that being a funny story. But again, technology is good because they can fly places and they've got all these X-ray machines, so they can see if you've got something stupid in your bag like a big knife. I got the knife back when I got back to England. I had to just go and pick it up at the airport because I realised it was a genuine mistake. But yeah, the modern world is good. There's a lot of important things in the modern world, like flight and communications. I can phone people in America. I can FaceTime people, WhatsApp, all that. But I still like the old days. When I go camping, no phone. I take a phone with us, and it's turned off because you never know when you may need help. And I like doing hammock camping. And when I'm not doing that, I like to camp the old way with a Viking tent. Basic, very basic poles and canvas and sleep on the ground. Especially with sheepskins. I've got a lot of sheepskins and they're so comfortable. Better than air mat. So I do like the old ways. I thoroughly love the old ways. But we need the modern ways as well. We can't live without them. Yous wouldn't be watching this video now if it wasn't for he's actually digging his nails in his stomach at the minute. Pardon. Right. Yous wouldn't be watching this now if it wasn't for the internet. If it wasn't for modern technology. And this cat wouldn't be, Yes. Don't keep interrupting, cat. Muffin wouldn't be on YouTube now, on Facebook, if it wasn't for the internet. Wouldn't you not, son? Have you got anything to say for yourself before we go? Nothing at all? Well, all right, okay, I'll tell him that. Muffin says, "Hail gods. Hail..." Stuck his nails in his. "Hail to you. Hail here. Hail your old father. Toodles, everyone." And from me, from him. Stay safe.